Society tends to perceive C grade students as the lesser kind, but the reality is different. A wise professor advised his faculty as follows: be nice to the A grade students because they will provide you with the recognition because they scored high marks in your subject. Be nice, sir, still to the B grade students because one day they will become your managers or leaders. Be the nicest to the C grade students because one day they will be the owners of the institutions where you work. This professor was right on, and many of us who have been exposed to various industries and sectors as well as organizations know that what he said is head on true. I have been a consultant throughout my career, and most of my clients, or should I say, almost all of them, were not smart students. They were not the A students, no, the B students. They were the C students. They had become entrepreneurs and begun their organizations. At one point, they realized that they needed educated staffs, and that is not enough even. They needed highly specialized people like me. And so I worked for dozens of them. They are not very sharp, but they know what they don't know, and they are open to understanding. They learn very quickly. They have the ability to apply what consultants like me teach them. The C grade students are a special species of the economy. Without them, we would still be in the pre industrial age. They have enough knowledge and cognitive capacity to understand even the most complex things, but they do not have the capacity or interest to go into great depths into those complex matters. This is the perfect combination for taking risks, that is, calculated risk in starting businesses and expanding them. The same concept applies for non government organizations and even political movements. So, if you feel that studies interest you, but you don't want to be spending your life studying, then most likely you are a C grade student. The most important thing is you must not feel bad about it. Instead, you must learn to develop a strategy based on your nature. So, what is the nature of a C grade student? Well, whereas the A grade student was focused on high marks and the B grade student was focused on understanding, the C grade student is focused more on extracurricular activities or ECA. It could be anything from dancing, singing to organizing events. Nowadays, many of the C grade students are starting their own small businesses online by the age of 16. They are in a rush, you can say, to earn money. They have very high social skills, consequently. They love to read about current affairs and economic news. Many don't read the news, but they should. In the educational institutions, it's very hard to maintain the position of being a C grade student. Teachers don't understand it, and they certainly have no respect for the earlier professor that we talked about. As a result, many of the C grade students aim to become A grade students, they forcefully transform their entrepreneurial nature to the academic excellence pursuit. However, this is a mistake. They will realize it later on. Only if they had stuck to the C strategy, they would have had achieved much more in life. The other result is that because of the societal pressure, the C grade student degrade themselves and become D grade students. They associate themselves with students who have less cognitive skills. In this way, they lag behind their own potential. They are the smartest among their friends, yet because they do not know their entrepreneurial nature, it transforms into rebellion and mischief. Again, they realize it was a mistake, but it will be too late by then. They would have had missed the boat. In summary, you can know that you are a C grade student if the idea of having high marks doesn't excite you, and understanding is okay, but too much isn't okay. Also, in order for you to be a C grade student, you must have other interests that are very strong other than studies. You must be dedicating a lot of time in those hobbies, and you should have some natural talent in them. It could be, as you mentioned earlier, dancing, singing, or sports, trading, building stuff, writing, drawing, or anything else. So once you are agreed that you are a C grade student, you should follow a C strategy for studies. The most important part for you is to attend all your lecture classes, listen very carefully in class, because you are naturally very good in auditory learning. People like you can get a C grade just by attending classes, by linking the lecture to the teacher's facial expressions, body language, behaviors, and the reaction of your classmates help you to retain the data and skills taught in the class. The next thing you should do is to take notes in the class. This will help you a lot because of your nature, which is able to disseminate between words and ideas that were spoken and that were of higher importance. You don't have to write verbatim everything. Just write down words that the teacher took more time to explain or put more emphasis. Then, when you go home, make sure that you study at least 1 hour a day. Because of your other hobbies, you might find it difficult to concentrate. So, make sure that at home also you study by writing what you read. Again, you don't have to copy every word from the book or your friend's notes or your teacher's PowerPoint presentation. All you need to do is read and just jot down the keywords and the formulas. Then, before you close your notebook, just try to recall them and memorize them. Most of the C grade students are people person, so you should make friends with B grade students and motivate them to teach you or tutor you. In this way, it will be a mutual benefit. The B grade student loves understanding, and by teaching, he will understand more. Then, yourself being a C grade student, you will naturally understand by being spoken to with regards to your studies by your friend. It's a win-win situation. You should consult with your teachers with old question papers. You don't want to spend so much time understanding and covering all the topics in the syllabus. So you should ask the teacher which parts of the syllabus you can't afford to miss because they will definitely come in the exams, and which you can forego because they are not usually asked. This type of studying strategy is very aligned with your nature, which is, as I told you, entrepreneurial. It doesn't really matter if you start your own company or you work for somebody else. You are just somebody who can utilize people to do work for them. So, even in your studies, maximize, capitalize on your own nature, and get access to the resources available to you from teachers to friends. You learn best by collaborating. That is your C strategy.